Well, Alicia, Fox News will be live at the court tomorrow in Washington, D.C., of course, when Massoud appears. You know, this day, as David just said, showing that we will hunt you down and bring you to justice, no matter how long it takes. One of the Pan Am 103 passengers that day was Tommy Ammerman. He was 36 years old. He was on his way home after a three-day business trip coming back to New Jersey. And ever since this day, 34 years ago, his brother, Bert Ammerman, has fought for justice for the families and for the heinous murderers to be brought to account. He is president of the victims of Pan Am Flight 103 and joins us now. Bert, I've interviewed you for decades. You and your families, the families have never given up. Your reaction to the stunning news this morning that Massoud is back in this country and will be in court tomorrow?
Well, good to see you, Eric. Satisfaction, then again, and more importantly, and this is the key one, what's next? And we have to find the truth. The truth has not completely come out, so we've got to move a little bit more quickness, to be honest with you.
When you say that, what do you mean the truth hasn't come out? Gaddafi said, well, he didn't order it, and there was thoughts that this was a bombing was in retaliation for the U.S. attack, downing of 2 Libyan warplanes. What would you like to see?
Well, former Attorney General Barr made a very important comment that most people didn't pick up on that I just saw in the preview to this, that let's make no mistake about this. This was an attack on the United States. Well, I said that to Bush 41 on April 3rd, 1989, when I met with him for 90 minutes in the Oval Office. And he said to me, if this is state-sponsored terrorism, we will retaliate militarily. Then we go to the Obama administration when they released McGrahi, and they said it was on compassionate aid. And I said at the time, no, that was for oil. And 6 months later, the English government admitted it was for oil. So this is not partisan. This is Republican and Democrats. I believe if we had handled this appropriately then, we might not have had 9/11. Because what we showed the world back in Pan Am Flight 103 is that America was soft on state-sponsored terrorism. So I want to find the truth, and I think this is a step forward, but it's more than just Libya. There is no question, Eric, in my mind, that Iran was involved. And if we had used intelligence information all along, we would have come to this conclusion years ago.
McGrahi was convicted of placing the bomb on the flight in that suitcase in the radio. He, as you said, was released on compassionate release because he suffered from prostate cancer and then a few years later died. You talk about Iran and you talk about us not doing enough to try and end this and potentially stopping 9/11. What can the Biden administration, what should we do now? What message should we send to Tehran and others who want to do us ill?
Well, it's interesting. I've been saying for the last 10 years that our governments will react when leaders and people die, because then the reaction will be, well, this is history. It was awful when it happened 34 years ago, but the people that were involved are now all dead. But we can learn for this. What I don't want to hear from politicians, is, which we heard a little bit in the preview, is that we will never rest until we find the truth. And that would mean that a lot of our politicians suffer from insomnia. What has to take place is Libya has turned this person over. We should get as much information from him as possible. If there's a connection to Iran, Mr. President, let us not keep that quiet. You were a senator in 1988. You know this story more than anyone else. And I do believe you should come out in front of the American public, specifically sometime today, and lay out a specific plan. Not to say that I'm happy that we followed through, we kept our promise. What is happening next, and what would be the results if Iran is implicated in this cowardly act? So, Mr. President, you're on the time clock. You're a Democrat, but Republicans have dropped the ball on this also. But it's now up to President Biden. Don't deflect this to a statement from the State Department. You know the issues. You live the issues with me. And I would love an opportunity to discuss this with you.
This is a direct plea to the President of the United States to lay it all out. To
Absolutely.
show the evidence that we have. To show, in your view, that Iran was involved in this besides Libya.
Absolutely. You have intelligence information available to you, just like Obama had, just like Clinton had, just like Bush 41 and Bush 43 had, just like Trump had. You have had this all along. Barr came out just before he left because he was involved in it when he was Attorney General in 2020. Eric, just connect the dots. And the only way that we're going to get the truth, and I believe this, and we're still 34 years later, front page news. That is because of the dedication of the families who always told the politicians, you're in it for power and wealth, we're in it for our families. So you can't win. So do what is right. Mr. President, step forward. Don't give political speak. Just tell it like it is. You know what's going on, and tell us when the intelligence information is going to be made available.
And don't do it for the Iranian nuclear deal, some would say, to try and make nice with Tehran and those other terrorists. Bert, finally, we'll see if the White House, what the White House says about this. Tell me a bit, finally, before we go, about Tommy. Had wife Carolyn. His two daughters were 6 and 4 at the time. What has this been like personally for your family and for them, having lost your brother and their father and husband?
Well, Eric, I can make it clear to all people listening. I hear all the time. Matter of fact, I heard it just this morning from another network that was interviewing me. How much closer does this bring you to closure? Don't ever use the word closure, because it never gets to closure. There will always be a hole in your heart for what took place, especially when you think that all of your loved ones were blown up at 36,000 feet and fell to the ground. And that one of them, we know at least, lived to impact. Yes, you care, and that's what you should say, and you will always be there. We live our lives. You move on. I've got a wonderful family. I've got 7 wonderful grandkids, 4 daughters. Our family has been very lucky in all other ways. But this changed us for life. 10 days from now, 34 years ago, I was in Lockerbie, Scotland for over 10 days to identify the remains of my brother. That doesn't change. It doesn't change what's taken place over the 34 years. So the only appeal that I can make is, yeah, we'll live day to day. We'll live month to month, year to year. We'll live our lives out. But now is a time that the president has the ability to get directly involved in this and make sure that everything comes out. Everything.
President Biden, a heartfelt plea directly from Bert Ammerman and the families to reveal all. Bert, our thoughts are with you today and will be 10 days from now. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much, Eric.
Of course.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.